Hi, welcome to Cloud9 Yoga. I'm Claudia. This is Diggity. Diggity's only here because it's her dinner time, but I thought I'll invite her over because it's Halloween class and I wanted to bring you a real life beast. There she is. Well, I'm not the real life beast. Anyway, today we're going to have a really intense practice, really fun flow. It's going to have some challenging poses that of course are by invitation only. So if you think I'm not doing it because it has a crow pose, what says Halloween more than a crow pose? I had to do it. Diggity made me do it. Yes, you're right, she's sniffing for that treat that I have hidden away. Anyway, enjoy the practice. If you like it, share it. If you don't like it, share it as well, because you never know. Others might actually really enjoy it. And I really hope that I'll see you again after this. Take good care. Have fun. So we're going to start in corpse pose, because what other pose could we possibly start in on Halloween? So when you come lying down on your back, just make sure that you are nice and comfortable. What I'd like you to do is plant your heels as wide as the mat, and then just use your hips and shoulders and elbows to kind of take the hips slightly higher. Now that could possibly encourage a deep curve around the lower back. So what I would like you to do is kind of lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. Now, using your elbows in the back of the head, just lengthen the shoulders slightly further away from the hips, so you're really elongating that corpse. Then bring your hands onto your rib cage. That's the one. Bring your hands onto your rib cage, and I'd like you to lengthen the back of the neck. Bring the chin and forehead parallel to the ceiling, and let's take 3 breaths in here. As we know already how to take it. Deep breath in through the nose, nice and quiet. I don't want to hear it. And as you exhale, open your mouth. Let it all out. When you let everything out, pause, relax, inhale through the nose. Exhale through open mouth, really soft, there's no rush, letting it all out. When there's no air left in you, feel those ribs hugging in. Hold the obliques, pause, inhale quietly through your nose. And last one, just like that, open your mouth, let it all out. Really, there's no urgency in that exhale. It's just really, really calming for your mind, really relaxing for your body. Really relaxing for your body. That's the one. Fantastic. Nice and easy. I'd like you to reach your arms up towards the sky. Let the palms, oh my gosh, I feel like I don't know how to speak today. Let the palms face one another. Speak clearly, Claudia. And then, nice and easy, let the palms face towards your feet. Flex your feet, the toes towards the palms. It's as if that corpse is beginning to waken up. So we're going to do a zombie impression. What I'd like you to do is drop your hands towards your toes and maybe even towards your forearms. Now, if you've not felt ever like a zombie, I'd really like you to feel like one now. And even to make it stronger of an impression, I want you to lift your wrist towards the ceiling. Not your shoulders towards your ears, just your wrist towards your ceiling. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, open the palms up towards the sky. Inhale, bring them back towards the forearms. Really try and tickle those forearms with your hands. Exhale, bring the palms towards the sky. Maybe even try to bring your fingernails towards those forearms. One last time, inhale down. Exhale, zombie. That's it. Fantastic. Let's bring the fingertips towards the sky. Zip your legs together, really, really together. And now from here, what I'd like you to do is hold the ceiling. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Push the palms towards the sky. And then nice and easy. As you exhale, what I want you to do is bring your lower ribs down and bring your hands up and over the head. Keep the lower ribs down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Keep your legs nice and strong, zipping together, lower ribs, hugging down the back of the ribs to the sky, to the mat. Come back, inhale. One last time. And if they don't go all the way down, that's fine, don't worry about it. I'd rather you keep those lower ribs on the floor. Come back up. All right, let's let those hands rest for a moment. You can keep them on your body, you can keep them by the side, whatever feels good. Keep both feet really, really flexed, and then let's lift the right leg up towards the sky by itself, only as high as you can. And listen, if it doesn't go higher than this, don't beat yourself up over it. It really isn't about the extent of your move, it's how well can you feel it. Shoot the left heel towards the bottom edge of the mat, or if you're as tall as this corpse, keep it at the bottom edge of the mat. Shoot the right heel to the sky. Nice and soft, bend the right knee, bring it really close to your chest, hug it in with your hands. When we hug it in, what tends to happen, the right outer hip tends to hoink up towards the armpit. So if that's what's happened, see if you can kind of loosen it up, maybe even straighten, level the pelvis. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a hard class for you to follow. All right, lower the pelvis, make it nice and leveled, and then see if you can bring that knee really close. Keep it as close as you can. With that knee, create the action of pushing towards the left foot. So we're pushing into the hands are holding it tight. Keep it there. Really, really like 9 out of 10 effort at least. And then soften this effort. And let's bring it as close to the chest as we can. Relax your hands, but don't lose that knee. Keep it close for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25, and hold it on. Fantastic. Lengthen the right foot to the sky. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Beautiful. Point the toes, flex the toes, and then nice and soft, right leg over the left. Shins parallel to the ceiling, knees directly over the hips. Left hand on the right thigh, right hand on the left thigh. If you do my classes often, you know this very well. This is all to warm up your core. So keep those ribs flat. Hands push into the knees, knees push into the hands. Nobody wins. Breathe and hold that tension. Relax your shoulders. There's no need for your facial muscles to be involved in this. Keep that tension, keep that shape, keep at it. Let it warm up. Relax. Whew. Beautiful. Relax your legs. Let's come back for the zombie hands. Poof. There you go. Nice. Scratch the ceiling. Open up the hands. Scratch it. Bring it to zombie. Open it up. And then scratch it. You don't have to make these noises, by the way. Come back up. One last time. I don't know if I'm a cat, an angry caterpillar, not a hungry one, or a zombie. Either way, push the wrist to the sky. Feel those shoulder blades going apart from one another. Shift the hands towards the sky, the palms towards the sky, hugging those lower ribs towards the floor, really pressing it down. Bring the hands up and over, legs out together, really together. Come back, inhale. Exhale. You can sigh it out if that helps you, that connection. Come back in. Last one. Come back in. Fantastic. Relax your hands. Bring the left leg to the sky. Right heel towards the bottom edge of the mat. Left heel towards the sky. And listen, if your range of motion goes further than this, I am not going to salute you actually. I've learned better. What I want you to do is flatten the lower ribs. Beautiful. Fantastic. Keep at it. And then nice and soft. What we're going to do is bring our legs, oh no, we're going to squeeze in first. That's what we did, right? Okay, bring that knee close to your chest, hug it in. And if you feel that this outer hip had come closer towards the outer, towards the left armpit, loosen it up, level the pelvis, come back, bend, return. Beautiful. Now, first things first, we're warming up the hip flexors. So what I want you to do is create the action of pushing against the hands with that knee, and those hands will hold. Try your best to relax your shoulders. There's no point for the shoulders to come up towards the ears. That's fine. Keep the lower ribs at the back, really in contact with the mat. I did have a really early start for the full week, so please pardon me. All right, relax that effort. Now, nice and easy, squeeze it as close as you can. Keep that right leg really strong. Relax the hold, keep that knee where it is for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6, 6. The number of the beast. Keep it close. Keep it close for 1 and relax. Beautiful. Let's bring the left over the right. Eagle legs. Bring your shins parallel to the sky. If you can't double up, don't worry about it. At the end of the day, you are a corpse right now. So what I want you to do, Jesus, bring the left knee on top of the right, shins parallel, and just bring the shins towards one another. Right hand, left thigh, left hand, right hand, lower ribs hugging towards the wall, towards the floor. And then press and push. Maybe I'm possessed by the witch. Press, press, keep that tension, keep that warm up of the abs. Yes, 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 beautiful. Fantastic, unravel it, relax, beautiful. I don't know why I'm whispering. Hug in your knees. Lovely. Relax your legs nice and long. Now keep your hands by the side of the body. You have 2 options. You can just lift to hover, or you can lift all the way up and lower down to hover. Whatever works best. Reach your hands towards your toes. Lift the torso off of the mat. There is a space between your chin and your chest, and you're reaching towards the heels. Beautiful. We're going to come back to a boat pose. Bend your knees, rise up. Squeeze the legs together. Reach the hands towards the bottom edge of the mat. Lift the heart. Nice. Half boat, lower down. Full boat, inhale. You can always straighten your legs. Mine are shaking today. Ooh, come back lower. Half boat, full boat. Nice. Cross the right over the left. Bring yourself up and over. Place your hands where they go for a down dog. And then you can hop from here, or you can lift your hips. Step the left foot, step the right foot. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Now walk your feet a little bit closer. Keep them hip distance apart. So in a really, really short dog. If your heels don't touch the mat, don't worry about it. Keep them slightly lifted. Soften those knees. Lengthen the spine. Take the right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Keep your gaze towards that space right underneath your eyes. So we're neither looking back nor forward. Take a breath in. Full breath out. 2 more like that. Relax yourself in this pose. It's called hookworm. Huh. Very scary for Halloween. Pause. Come back, downward facing dog, walk it back. Now I want to introduce you to an ugly plank. Right, whatever your name is, this is an ugly plank. Come forward to plank. Now we do plank so often in yoga classes, so I want you to spread your hands really, really wide. I want you to push the floor, and I want you to lift your hips in line with your shoulders. So not here, but just about there in line with your shoulders. Now what I tend to do is I tend to extend my back here. What really helps me, allow me to introduce you to ugly plank. Softening the knees, take the tailbone towards the back of the heels, feel the core. Yeah. Ugly plank, here you are. Push the floor, heels are nice and steady. Your tailbone is towards the back of the heels, and then you push it up, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's do a little worm then. Come forward to plank, lower the knees all the way down. And then we're going to do knees, chest, chin. So lower the chin and the chest. Your bum stays nice and high. And now I want you to imagine your little worm. So tailbone down towards the heels. Lower the thighs, lower the pelvis, lower the belly. Cobra. Roll the shoulders up and away. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Shorten your dog. Left hand, right wrist. 3 breaths. Sorry, left hand, right elbow. Left hand, right ankle. That's the one. All right, breathe here. One day, you will do classes with someone who knows what they're talking about. For now, you're kind of stuck with me. Beautiful. Level it out. Step it back. Let's go back for our ugly plank friend. Beautiful. Roll yourself forward. Heels directly over the balls of the feet. Push. Level the hips with the shoulders. Soften your knees. Take your tailbone towards the back of the heels. Feel the core. Wrists pull towards the feet. Feet pull towards the wrists. Wonderful. Knees, chest, chin. Knees down. Chest, chin. Bum stays high. Roll yourself like a worm. Cobra, elbows in, open the chest, downward facing dog, exhale. Ooh. Right leg lifts, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, shift to plank. Doesn't have to be the ugly one. One-legged dog, step it forward to a lunge. Stay nice and low for a moment. We're going to do it 3 times. What I want you to do is inhale, twist. Exhale, lower the back heel, transition to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the arms, low lunge. Inhale, twist. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, twist. Last one. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, stay here, align. I'm going to move slightly to the center just so I have space. I want you to grab hold of your block. Nice. From here, put that block underneath your left hand. Slightly come forward and up. Supported warrior 3. As you come to this supported warrior 3, what I want you to do is flex the left toes, turn them slightly to the right, then turn them back to the floor. Keep that hip nicely plugged in, and then soften the right knee, rise up. Do not touch the floor. Wonderful. Right hand can be on the hip, or if you need a wall, grab hold of the wall. Lower it back, warrior 3. Block goes down. Come back up. Kind of one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, lower it down, pick up your block. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior 3. Lower the block, leave it there. Inhale, rise up. One last time, lower down. Put the block to a side. Rise up without it. Soften the right knee, eagle legs. You don't have to double up. You can always just leave it to the side. Wonderful. From your eagle legs, right arm on top of the left, eagle arms. Inhale, reach the elbows up and towards the sky. Press the forearms together, press the legs together, lift from the hip points towards your ribs. Exhale, bring your elbows towards your belly button. Stay here, in breath. Push the chest towards the sky. Your elbows are heavy. Breathe into that space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, unravel, warrior 2. You've been here already. Turn towards the wide edge of the mat. Take your right toes with you. Exhale, fold forward, top of the wide edge of the mat. Wonderful. Relax your head, take a moment of rest. Fantastic. From here, come into a halfway lift, hands under the shoulders. Nice and easy. Bring your heels in, soften your knees, rise up, goddess. Bring your hands to your chest. Then open your hands to a T. Reach towards the right as far as you can without moving your left hip. Reach to the left without moving your right hip. Let's do this a few more times. To the right, to the left. To the right, to the left. Make sure your shoulders are aligned with your hips and that you're moving your ribs as if they are stuck on the table. All right, one last time. To the right, to the left. Straighten your knees, 5-pointed star. Bring your hands to prayer. Heel toe your feet one time. And then lower down, Malasana. Beautiful. In this Malasana, use your elbows to widen the space between your knees. Find your breath. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe find your heartbeat. Do corpses have heartbeats? Yoga's here to surprise you. All right. Bring your hands to the floor. And then nice and soft, pressing the floor with the hands, I want you to lift your heels and bring your feet as close as they comfortably can to stay in a malasana but high on your toes. Nice. From here, we're going to drop one knee at a time. Now, if it's more comfortable for you to keep the hands on the floor, do that. I want you to try and move as little of the body as possible. Right knee down. Come back up. Left knee down. Come back up. Right knee is always easier for me. Come back up. I just have probably a little bit more internal rotation on that side of the hip. One last time. Right. Notice what's happening with you. Come back. Nice and easy. Hands back to prayer. This time I want you to press the knees into the elbows with the elbows resist. Press, press, press. Hold that press. Feel those abductors having to work, having to squeeze. One more breath. Fantastic. Nice and easy. Downward facing dog, top of the mat. Super. Let's shift forward to plank. Let's make it ugly. Tailbone to the back. Soften your knees. Push the floor. Nice and controlled. Lower your knees. We're going to keep the elbows really close. Push with the hands as you lower the chest and chin down. Nice. Snake yourself into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Let's repeat this on the left side. Left leg lifts. Knee to nose. Shift to plank. Keep it close to your chest. You really want to squeeze it in. One-legged dog. Step the left foot forward. Lovely. From here, 3 times. Easy twist. Inhale. Keep that left hip grounded. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, transition. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale. Stay here, low lunge. Grab hold of your block, keep it close. I'm going to shift again just because of the lack of space. You stay where you are, shift to warrior 3. I like my left hand on the left hip. It helps me feel if I'm playing with the pelvis or keeping it stable. I like the left knee soft. I feel my muscles work better rather than just scaffolding, keeping it in place. Beautiful. Let's do this. Right toes flexed. Turn them slightly to the left, dropping that right outer hip. Turn the toes down, keep the hips leveled. Nice and easy. Rise up. Inhale. Try not to touch the floor. Exhale, block comes down. Inhale, rise up without a block. Exhale, go for your block. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Block to the floor. Take it to the side. Come up. One-legged Tadasana with that right leg hovering to eagle. Left arm on top of the right. Elbows press into one another. Find your balance here. All right, elbows lift. Find yourself a drishti. If like me, you're a little shaky today. Elbows to your belly button. Stay here and breathe into that space between the shoulder blades as the elbows pull you down, but the shoulders lift you up. Unravel your hands, step it back, warrior 2. Very, very brief. Take yourself into a 5-pointed star. Left toes come with you. Exhale, fold it down. Nice. Make sure your heels, this is a view, isn't it? Make sure your heels are in one straight line. Now with your hands, put them on your pelvis and kind of lengthen your spine out of that core and bring yourself even lower. Bring your torso towards your legs And if you're touching the floor with your head, if headstand is in your practice, go there now. I love this transition. It's one of my absolute favorites. So you basically, whether it's tripod or with the forearms down, coming in here, shifting up. You can even go for eagle legs. We've practiced plenty of that today. And if you don't want to do that, just stay in your forward fold. Scare yourself a little bit if you can. Come back if you're in your headstand. Otherwise, play. Beautiful. Let's bring the heel toes, rise up. 5-pointed star to goddess. This time we're going to go straight from Bakasana. Let me face you. All right, lower the bum down. If you need to bring the feet slightly closer, bring them slightly closer. Fabulous. Take the left hand in line with your left toes, but further ahead, take the right hand up towards the sky. Flip the thumb all up and over, and then bring that hand behind you, all the way to the left hip. If you can, interlace. And keeping that interlace, take a few breaths here. Beautiful. Relax yourself into the pose. Unravel. Whew. Let's try that on the other side. Right hand in line with the right toes. Left hand goes up to the sky. Don't let that left knee come in. Keep it nice and flat. Sole of the foot firmly on the floor. Flip the left thumb all the way back. Palm back. Bring it to the right hip. Maybe interlace. Lifting the chest. Finding the center. Breathing. Fantastic. Unravel. Now place your hands firmly on the floor. From here, let's lift the hips up. Bring the big toes together. If you think that you cannot quite put your knees around your armpits or to your armpits, you have your block. You can always bring your feet onto the block. Okay, that will lift your knees automatically a little bit higher. What you want to try and do is keep your knees as high as you can and keep them squeezing in. Just like in the Bakasana, they were pushing into those elbows. I want them to push into the elbows now. We're going to go for the bent elbows today. Keep your gaze ahead. You probably are still at the wide edge of the mat. I just find you can probably see better when I'm this way on my mat. Wherever you are, hands are really spread wide. You still have those zombie fingers. Your wrists are nicely warmed up. So see if you can bring your hips above your shoulders. Round the back in an angry Halloween cat. And then see if you can shift the weight towards your fingers. Press the fingertips into the floor. Maybe lift one foot. Maybe lift both. Maybe bring your heels closer to the butt. Wherever you are. Fly. Scare yourself a little. Let's stay here for one more breath. Exhale, lower it down. Fantastic. Nice and easy. Sit down on your butt towards the front edge of the mat. Bring your feet nice and long. Your legs nice and long. Flex your toes towards your knees. Keep your legs really long. Lengthen the spine. And then gently bring your hands behind you with your fingers. Walk towards that back end of the mat. Squeeze your shoulders. Just the complete opposite to what you've been doing all practice. Squeezing them together. Pinkies come closer together. See if you can lower the chest forward. Might be harder than you think. Resist with the fingers. Pinkies come close. Pull forward. One more breath. Full exhale. Then relax your hands. Bring them towards your feet. They don't have to touch. They can just relax by the side of the body. And think child's pose in your back. So there's slight rounding. There's a level of relaxation. Relax your breath into this. Relax your facial muscles. Maybe even close your eyes. Just make sure your legs are still strong. And from here, softly rise up. Bring your hands by your hips. Push forward, lay down. One last time, bring your right knee to your chest, as close as you can, with the left hand guided towards the left side of the mat, and with the right hand open up to your cactus. See if you can keep that right shoulder on the floor. If your neck allows, look towards the right. If it doesn't, look up to the sky. Soften your breaths. Allow your breath and body reunite. As the body begins to relax into the final moments of our practice, let the breath soften and meet the body. Gently unravel. Bring the left knee to your chest, really, really close. And then with the right hand, guide the left knee in towards your right side of the mat. Wonderful. Left hand comes to a T or a cactus. You can look to the left or you can look towards the sky. Wherever your gaze is. Let the energy of this intense practice begin to soften. Wonderful. Softly rise up. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Option 1 will be Shavasana, back into corpse pose, putting our bodies back where we started. Option 2 will be seated meditation, because that's all Shavasana is, that quiet moment of meditation. So wherever you are today, take a Shavasana or join me in a seated place. Let your breath meet the body. Let your body relax. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. If that felt really good, feel free to take 2 more, just to bring yourself back into this place of connectedness. And let yourself relax. We never had Halloween when I was a kid in Poland. In fact, I'd be quite doubtful if it's a heavily celebrated event at the moment. But we do, however, have a All Saints' Day on the 1st of November. And on the 31st of October, Poland, being a religious country, always celebrates the souls of those that we have lost. Those souls are said to rise on the day before All Saints. And in the All Saints, we all visit cemeteries and honor those that had left their physical bodies behind. Because you're finding yourself right now in the physical body that neither yoga nor many other aspects of philosophy or religion believe is your forever home. But it is for now. It is your home for now. Make it comfortable. Seek your own comfort in that body. If you have the time to stay here a little bit longer, please stay with your reflections. Whenever you're ready, I wish you the best of the days. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. Have a fantastic rest of the day or evening. See you again very soon. Namaste.